Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
We are at Epcot for New Year's Eve because this is our New Yearly tradition that we must do every year. It is the most fun thing,
but also most chaotic.
And we're taking you along. We're just kind of hanging out tonight, and we're not doing like any super formal thing. We're just here to have some fun. It is officially about 5:36. We're in the park. We've actually been here for a while.
I had to finish work. I finished my day from CommuniCore Hall.
There's always a chance that the park can hit capacity, especially like on New Year's. And so this is always a good time to make sure you get to the park early and like stay.
Yeah.
We pretty much were like, once we're here, we're here. We're not leaving again, just because that would be sad. But as you can see, there's quite the sea of people. This is definitely not for the faint of heart, but you kind of just have to embrace the chaos and the craziness. We actually have no idea what we're doing right now because some of the festivity stuff hasn't quite started yet. So right now we're just kind of wandering and checking out the chaos.
The other important thing to know for New Year's is that because there are so many people, don't try to get anywhere in a hurry because it's not going to happen. If you have a plan, stick to that plan. Obviously, you can be flexible and adapt, but this is probably one of the busiest days of the entire year.
Make me tear up a little bit.
One of my favorite things about New Year's at Epcot is that each country pavilion, obviously when the park is open, when it hits midnight in that pavilion's country, they count down the new year. So at 6 p.m., it just so happened to be the new year 2025 here in France, in the actual country.
2025, that's weird to say.
That's very weird. But
the next one's at the UK at 7, however.
It's right after fireworks. So they do happen to do two different fireworks shows here at Epcot on New Year's Eve. So they do Luminous, the Symphony of Us, at 6:30, and then they do like the New Year's Eve thing at 11:54 precisely. And it counts down to midnight, basically.
Because basically, it'll count down to midnight, and then it does like a big thing. We will show you, don't you worry.
When it hits the New Year in the UK at 7 p.m. our time here at Disney World, it's right after fireworks, and we did it last year. We'll put a link to that video in the description box below, but it was chaos. We are not going to do that one this year.
It's kind of a pinch point right there, and so it just got to a point where like everyone just kind of stopped. People got a little grumpy because they didn't know what was going on. So just as a heads up, if you come for New Year's and you find yourself in a pinch point that literally is not moving, it's probably because a New Year's countdown is about to begin. So don't just chill.
Yeah.
Stay in place, and then it will move eventually. So it's okay. Don't worry.
So one thing that I like to do to like kind of help me track what time it is in each country is in your like clock setting on my iPhone, you can add like different world clocks for different cities around the world.
Wow.
And so that's how I can kind of track like what time it is in that country. Now, do keep in mind in a lot of like, let's say China and Japan, they hit the New Year before Epcot even officially opens for the day. So obviously they don't really do anything special necessarily in those countries. So do keep that in mind.
But regardless, it's a lot of fun. I'm a little thrown off right now because it's like kind of hot. The past 2 times that we have done this, it's been like icicle pop colds, and I needed like so many layers of gloves. And so I was like prepared with my cardigan, and I'm like sweating.
Yeah, it's a little warm.
I'm like, I could have wore a skirt.
Definitely could have worn shorts.
Might have to pop back by the locker and get rid of this thing. Oh well. We've made it back over to the front of World Showcase over by CommuniCore Hall. I got rid of my cardigan, so I feel a lot better now. But we also are getting ready to watch Luminous because I didn't want to deal with too much crazy tonight, and we have seen this show quite a bit.
Yeah.
My favorite spot to watch is right over here in front of CommuniCore Hall. This is kind of like The Imagination Pavilion is right there, and then there's like the walkway to World Showcase right there, and then we're right here, and CommuniCore is there. So that's where we're standing. They do pipe in the music right here, which is why I like to watch from this spot.
I would suggest if you've never seen the show, speaking of which, it's starting right now. So we'll talk a little bit more after.
You're going to dance with me tonight, right?
I think so. Monorail.
Okay, we will talk more about Luminous.
Harmonious has been gone for years.
Okay, we will talk about Luminous more here in just a second, but this is kind of my secret time to go ride a few rides. Really, if you could do it during the fireworks, that's even better, but we're kind of, because of where we are, we're kind of beating the crowd a little bit, so I think we're gonna go try and hop on Living with the Land, yeah?
Yeah, and fun fact, this was our first ride of 2024.
So will it be our last? Maybe.
It's very possible because the wait times are through the roof.
We'll see. Even better, it's still Glimmering Greenhouses.
And it's a 5-minute wait.
Boom shakalaka.
Welcome to our Glimmering Greenhouses, where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture illuminate the wondrous gifts we receive from the land. Join us as we ring in the most bountiful time of the year. For some, it's difficult to imagine the holidays without winter and snow, but one of the most important holiday crops actually grows in the tropics. For centuries, farmers in Central America have cultivated cacao to make chocolate. In fact, cacao is chocolate's main ingredient. Today, people around the world are able to enjoy a variety of sweets and keep warm with a cup of hot cocoa, thanks to this tropical plant.
We did it. We rode the ride. That was like, we pretty much walked on, so that was very nice. It's definitely a much longer wait. Now, well, it says 25 minutes. It's not too bad yet. But I did want to say there was a few more things about Luminous and watching from that fireworks spot that I wanted to say. First off, just be aware that it is an obstructed view, which you probably saw from the video clips. You're not seeing like everything, so do like set your expectations as far as that goes. But they do pipe in the music there, so it's great that if you really can't handle like the thick crowds and you don't want to camp out a spot for like 80,000 years, that can be a good place to watch fireworks.
But also, if you're someone that can't handle thick crowds, don't come to Epcot on New Year's. Don't come to Disney World for New Year's.
Yeah, but that was kind of a good tip for us. We've seen Luminous before, so it was no big deal. So we watched from there, and then we were able to hustle on over here before the lines got long. So kind of a little bit of a pro tip for you. But now I think we're going to maybe go hit up some of the dance parties, because I think that's started now. Yeah,
a lot of those typically will start after Luminous and pretty much go up until right before 11:54, the time of like the special New Year's Eve fireworks. And then they'll pick them back up pretty much right after.
Yeah, because the park is open till 1
a.m.
Yep. Margown's ready to dance. We popped inside CommuniCore Hall for just like a quick second because it was like slightly less loud than it is outside. But this is actually the first New Year's that we've had CommuniCore Hall, and they have a brand new dance party this year. So this one's kind of fun because it's very much like Hispanic, like salsa-y kind of club music. It's super fun. It's almost a little more like smoother, slower compared to some of the other ones, but I definitely still recommend having your earplugs because it is loud. And in case you want to know what earplugs we use, we really like Loop. They are really nice because they fit in your ear really easy. These are the switch, so you can like control how much or how little noise gets in, and they're pretty subtle and they stay in really well. I have a link for these in the description box below. We're over in the UK pavilion now to do a dance party that we have not yet done ever because the line is always super long. They did say that the line's going to be an hour, but we'll see if it actually ends up being that. This is the silent disco.
Silent DJ.
Silent DJ disco. Basically how it works is you get a pair of headphones, and so like when we're out here, like we can't hear any music, but you hear the headphones, like the music in the headphones. It's kind of fun.
And I think there's usually at least 2. There might be 3 DJs.
I see 3 colors, so I think there might be 3 DJs.
So you can switch your headphones from like DJ to DJ to DJ.
And everyone's listening to different songs, so it's a super fun time.
You guys know how they work?
No.
Okay, so there is a button right here on the
baby, oh, like baby, no, like baby,
oh. That's gonna be a good night. Nice.
Get up off of that.
A good night. Do you know the words? No?
What?
Do you know the words?
No.
Oh, sweet child of mine. So fun. I loved that.
If you happen to be here for New Year's Eve, that is definitely a must-do.
I'm
Kayla's
That's
getting
my
it.
jam right now. No, that was so fun. And they said it was going to be an hour wait. We waited like 15 minutes. So it went really, really fast.
Yeah.
So I would say if the line looks scary, don't worry. It looked scary and we waited 15 minutes.
Yeah, and obviously it does depend on like how quickly, because you can stay all night if you wanted to. You can stay as long as you want. We were maybe in there 40 minutes.
Something like that. And I appreciate too that they had like very different.
Oh yeah, completely
So
different
like one
genres.
was definitely more like modern, upbeat, whatever. One of them was very like 70s disco, and then they also had like a Latin DJ too,
Yeah.
which was super fun. Like, so I like that you have very, very different styles of music. So it was really fun to switch in between everything.
I really like it too because it's literally just like on the back of your headphones. There's a little switch,
and they're very comfortable. Like
they're comfortable headphones.
Comfortable.
They're good quality headphones too.
Yes.
Like you can feel the bass and like they're.
I forgot I was listening to headphones. It felt like it was like But then you kind of take it off and it was just like the footage of this was probably really funny because you can't hear the music we were listening to.
And obviously we can't really put it in because it's all copywritten music.
It's okay, that's great. You probably got to hear us sing some beautiful music. But I think now we're going to head over to the next dance party. We might try and cool off just like a little bit, but I think next is Italy.
Japan?
Oh, I forgot Japan does one.
They do have technically 4 DJ dance parties all around World Showcase.
Plus the one in CommuniCore. So technically 5, but 4 in World Showcase. So the first one we did obviously was UK, then Japan, Italy, and China. So we're going to try to hit up all 4 in World Showcase. It's 9/11. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. The nice thing is that they are all completely different. Yes. What I loved about this one too is that if you're very like noise sensitive, like you can really dial your headphones down and it's not super loud. Yeah. So I really appreciated that you didn't need headphones. Well, you needed headphones, duh. You didn't have to wear your earplugs. Exactly. You could really choose how loud or not you wanted it to be. And I think if you are coming with like sensory issues, I think this is probably a better one for you. I think some of the lights and things could still affect. Be a lot, but honestly, like New Year's Eve is a lot of it's a lot of chaos and a lot of overstimulation. So I would use very high caution if you have somebody who is sensitive to lights, loud noises, crowds. This is not the event to go to. Right. It's not. The resorts do tons of fun New Year's activities. I think that is going to be probably a better use of your night if you do have children or people in your party who have sensory issues like that. Yep. But now it's time for us to keep on partying. And maybe catch some AC. Yeah, it's a little hot. We took a little bit of a break in the American Adventure building, which is an excellent spot if you are needing... If you're feeling overstimulated. If you're feeling overstimulated, you need to get out of the crowds and out of the loud noise. This is a great place. There's benches. It's nice and cool in here. They are playing some music, but it's very like... It's pretty chill. It's not super loud. Yeah, so this is a good little break. That silent DJ thing like that, like, wore me out. Also, if you are needing a spot to use the restroom with minimal weights, this one is going to be the best one because it has so many different stalls. I pretty much walked right into a stall, which is saying something because every women's restroom during New Year's Eve, you will wait 20 minutes. And that's not an exaggeration. So just as a heads up, America's a good one. I would say any of the places that have the really, really big bathrooms. So Norway is probably a good one too. That one would probably be a good one. The one up at the front of the park, under Spaceship Earth, is usually pretty decent. Inside of the one in CommuniCore Hall probably isn't too bad. And then the one in Connections Eatery. So those are all probably going to be some really good bathrooms. I would even say the ones in the land. So any of those ones that just have big bathrooms, that's where you should go. Japan because we did need to take that sit break, but we did go to Italy and that one is bumping always. That's always the loudest. Think club. Your whole soul vibrates out of your body. The sub is the loudest thing. That's all you feel. So you remember those loop earplugs that I was talking about earlier? We were able to go all the way up to the very front and actually enjoy it without feeling like my brain was rattling out of my skull. Right, and this video is not sponsored by Loop. We just absolutely love them. We would not survive this night without them. But I will say, backing up to Japan, it
it looked fun. Don't get us wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a lot of the same type of music that like it was like modern, like top 40 kind of stuff. So I was like, we kind of did that in the silent DJ. So.
I do typically notice that Japan is the least crowded of the different dance parties. So if you're wanting like a little bit more room, although the UK one wasn't too bad. They did there was some spots back in the back that there was plenty of room to dance around. But I would say the Japan one is another good one if you're wanting just a little bit more space. But now we're heading to my favorite, China.
This side of the world, it's our turn to celebrate. Please join us as we raise our glasses and say cheers to the new year. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Enjoy the rest of your night here.
Happy New Year!
Happy 2025 officially. 2 kisses.
Now it's time to do our New Year's tradition where we ride
Living with the land.
It's the first ride of 2025.
That's right. Let's go. Live with that land.
Wow. Yay! First ride of 2025.
I almost said 2024.
2024 is no more. Do you like how I rhymed?
It's very, yeah.
Tired.
Me too.
Are we going home after this?
I feel like we need to tell Figment Happy New Year.
Citrus, like the oranges grown here, are common in Florida, but in northern Europe,
I guess.
where fresh fruit is rare in winter,
If it's like
they're
a
much
walk-on,
harder to find, making them
It is a
extra
walk-on.
special stocking
It
stuffer.
was a walk-on when we walked
During
right by it.
Listen, we can either go
Chinese
ride
gifts
Figment
of
or
good fortune.
we're going to have to wait in a mile long of people trying to leave the parking lot.
Yeah, that's probably true. Mark Allen, it's a walk-on. There's no people. Oh. That was not planned.
What? This is on? Hello?
Hello?
Who is this?
It's Figment!
Figment? I thought I told you not to interfere.
But you've got it wrong, Doc. It's not about listening with your ears. It's about listening with your imagination.
Happy New Year. Happy 2025. That is all we have for you guys today. Now, go create your ever after.
And happy 2025.